let's take a look at this website. It's for Structural Engineers of Texas. And right off the bat, their tagline says, all of your design needs in one company. And I think that immediately creates a pretty high expectation for not only the work that they do, but also the website itself. But when you land here, you can see that this background image is obscuring a lot of information. The grays in the logo are getting obscured. I mean, the green even starts to feel hard to read. This text of the menu is definitely not passing any contrast tests. And what that means is people with more limited eyesight or color blindness are not going to be able to read this text. Even when highlighted, I actually think this orange and yellow makes it a little worse. And then the hierarchy here is kind of wrong. I don't need to see your name as the largest thing. So the big discrepancy that I'm seeing is that you right off the bat are promising that we will take care of your design needs, but then you're showing me that the design of your website is not the most important thing. As we roll into some more of the content, we're met with this wall of text. And again, I'm hypercritical because I run a design studio, but there's no hierarchy in what's important and what's not. This is a wall that many people won't get past. And to show you what this feels like on mobile, we hit this wall of text and it's taking so long to get through it that I think anybody cold who lands on this website probably isn't making it through that. So if we actually dive into what this content is saying, it's pretty generic. And the thing that they repeat over and over again is we're experts with experience, expertise and experience. And this is so general that it's not differentiating you. I think the other main issue is that we're just trying to talk to too many audiences. And it's okay if those are your audiences and you do work with all of them. That is completely normal, but it makes the messaging a lot more difficult when you're trying to speak to architects and realtors. They're two very different audiences who are needing two very different things out of a structural engineer. I think if we make it through this wall of text, we're met with this gallery of images. And I will be honest, I love in-progress construction photos, especially for engineers, because these are showing the bones of the building. This is great, showing yourself on site. I love it. I love to see the bones of buildings. I think it's really important to weave in some of those final photos so that people can get an idea of how that design of the structure was translated to the outside of the building. I think in general, the only issue with this, again, kind of comes down to a design issue. So it's a click-through gallery with very limited information. But as we switch into that mobile view, we just see that it takes so many scrolls to get through it. And there's no shortcut to get through this. I would much rather see 3 featured projects with a little bit of information and a couple different photos, maybe before, during, and after, something that doesn't take so long to get through, but still shows your work and the different types of work that you do. As we scroll down, we get into the wall of services. And again, this is just hitting like a wall of text that is going to be difficult for people to get through because your realtor clients may not understand every single piece of this, where your architect clients might be looking for one specific thing. So by speaking to multiple different audiences, our messaging is much harder to streamline. Now, again, design-wise, would I love the bottom of these to line up? I think any architect is going to immediately notice that, and it just feels opposite of what you're saying. Your main tagline is that we'll handle the design, and then the website is riddled with these small but meaningful design issues. We get down to some more text, and again, we're met by experience and expertise, something that I've seen at least 3 or 4 times on the website already. I love the section with the organizations that you are a part of or that you support. I think this is great. And then I'm so glad that there is a contact form at the bottom of this website. So if we were to take on a client in a similar situation, the first thing that we would want to do is we would want to understand who is the most important person to talk to. What does that audience look like? What does that project type look like? Then we would probably want to jump into a brand identity design and really build out a design language for the firm itself, especially because they are embracing design needs of others. And then we would build out the website using that design language. To be honest, there are a couple quick fixes that I would want to do immediately, which would be swapping this photo out for one that makes reading all of this stuff much easier. That accessibility fix in itself is going to make the website significantly better and is a very quick fix while you work on a bigger project.